women's soccer matchup featuring the visiting team, the Benedictine University Eagles, and your Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Before we begin, let's meet the starting lineups. First for Benedictine. Starting in goal, number 0, Cassidy Henson. Number 3, Emily Cook. Number 5, Janae Keeney. Number 8, Danielle Malat. Number 11, Sadie Ramirez. Number 12, Megan Anderson. Number 13, Taylor Picorni. Number 14, Sydney White. Number 19, Sammy Sorrows. Number 21, Abby Graham. And number 26, Jocelyn Farrar. The Eagles are coached by Mike Boland. And now the starting lineups for your Elmhurst College Blue Jays. Starting in goal, number 28, Bryce Marchetti. Number 2, Sydney O'Keefe. Number 3, Annalisa Lapo. Number 4, Genevieve Kopecki. Number 5, Emma Crick. Number 7, Brittany Reinhardt. Number 9, Libby Hercules. Number 10, Jamie Lesala. Number 11, Madison Howe. Number 13, Kim Stanzik. And number 17, Kennedy Ehrman. The Blue Jays are coached by Paul Webster. Our officials for this evening's contest, Lucas Spalla, Christoph Bajorek, and Eli Sanchez. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you all please rise and direct your attention towards the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Okay, we're muted. We're running here. All set? All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to BlueJayTV.com. My name is Kevin Jude, set to bring you the call of Elmhurst College women's soccer as the Blue Jays taking on the Benedictine University Eagles tonight. Elmhurst enters tonight's game 2-1 on the season, Benedictine 0-5. Blue Jays suffered their first loss last Sunday against Webster University. That was a 2-1 overtime loss, double overtime loss. Webster scoring about 3 minutes into the second overtime. Elmhurst looked like they may have had that one in the first overtime, goal disallowed. As the Blue Jays look to snap that skid, get back on track here. This their final game of a 4-game homestand to open the season. Benedictine 0-5. The Eagles have struggled to start this year. Only multiple goals in just one game. That was their last game against Beloit. It was an overtime loss, 3-2. Lost 7-0 to Greenville, 2-1 at Webster, 3-0 against Illinois Wesleyan, 2-1 at North Park.
and 3-2 at Beloit. So the 5th road game in 6 contests for the Eagles to start the season. We are underway. Apologize, graphics scoreboard clock not operational tonight. I'll keep you up to date on the score and the time throughout the contest. Here are the starting lineups for both squads. So we'll run it down. For the Eagles in goal, Cassidy Henson, a 5'7" sophomore. She's played every minute of every game, 0-5 on the season. Emily Cook, Janae Heaney, Danielle Mulat, Sabi Ramirez, Megan Anderson, Taylor Picorni, Sydney White, Sammy Sarles, Abby Graham, and Jocelyn Farrar. For the Blue Jays, Bryce Marchetti getting the start tonight in goal. As unavailable, Sophia Tuloglowski took a red card in the game against Webster on Sunday. She is unavailable tonight as a result. So Marchetti gets the starting nod, leaves Katie Nibby, the freshman, as the only reserve goaltender on the bench. Rest of the Blue Jays starting lineups look like this. Sydney O'Keefe, Annalisa Lapo, Genevieve Kopecki, Emma Crick, Brittany Reinhart, Libby Hercules, Jamie Lesala, Madison Howe, Kim Stanzik, and Kennedy Ehrman. 90 seconds gone by to start this contest. A throw-in on the far side for Elmhurst. Played to the near side by the Eagles. And Graham has it taken away. Here's Sydney O'Keefe in the middle to Reinhardt. O'Keefe, one of the 2 leading scorers on this Blue Jay team. 6 points, all of those on goals, 3 goals, 12 shots on the season. Eagles pushing down the far side, looking to counter. There to steer it away for Elmhurst is Lapo. And she steered it off a Benedictine player. It'll be a throw-in for the Blue Jays. Lob comes into O'Keefe at midfield. Crosses over onto the Eagle side. .42:30 left to go. Here's Madison Howe chipping into the box, and coming out to field that one is Henson on the one hop. Henson will take her time and bang it away. Volleyed out of the air by Reinhardt. Blue Jays will set up. Now here's a takeaway for the Eagles. Trying to spring a pass down to the outside, and Ehrman got a leg on it. Broke up the run potentially for the Eagles, and it goes all the way out of bounds and a throw-in for the Blue Jays. Leading scorer for Benedictine is Sabi Ramirez. She's got 4 points, 2 goals. The only Eagle with multiple goals on the season. For the Blue Jays, 3 players have found the back of the net on more than one occasion. Kim Stanzik, the leading point scorer, 7 points, 2 goals, 3 assists. We mentioned O'Keefe. She's the leading goal scorer with 3. And Heather Hoffman also has 2 coming off the bench. Blue Jays trying to spring O'Keefe down the middle, and the Eagles break it up nicely. The other way, here's Ramirez in the middle for Benedictine. Plays back to Anderson. Elmhurst looking to counter down the far side. Here's Kopecki with some space to work. She's got O'Keefe open towards the middle. Centers back towards the middle for Ehrman, and it's steered well out of play by Benedictine. Looking for Stanzik, actually, was the trailer on that play, not Ehrman, and Stanzik will head to the corner as the Blue Jays will have their first corner kick of the game, coming 40:55 left to go on the clock. Stanzik will tee it up and put it in play. Aiming for Ehrman, head in the middle, couldn't find her. It's volleyed away by the Eagles. But Elmhurst regains control. Flag is up, however, and the Blue Jays are offside. Our officials, Lucas Spala is the man in the middle, working the lines. Eli Sanchez down to the near side, the bottom of your screen. Christoph Bajorek has the far sideline at the top of your screen. Blue Jays in the white shirts, navy shorts with the blue numbers. Eagles wearing the black and red, all black shirts and all black shorts with the red stripes and the red socks. Here's the Blue Jays pushing up again. O'Keefe's pass for Stanzik is intercepted by the Eagles. Played back towards the middle, but not out yet. Picorni lost that one towards the sideline. Elmhurst comes up with it one more time. Sidney O'Keefe plays that one low line drive on the ground. Sidney White there to sweep it clear for the Eagles. As most of the action has been on the Eagles side of the field so far. Under 5.5 minutes gone by. 39:25 left to go on the clock, and another throw in for Elmhurst. Lesala lofts that one forward. Turning and firing that one forward was Stanzik. It's broken up by the Eagles. Crick won't let it get past her, though. Now O'Keefe has it. O'Keefe trying to spring Stanzik towards the middle. It's broken up by the Eagles. And a throw-in coming for Benedictine far sideline. Lesala, Stanzik chips it ahead. Into the middle. Coming in is Gempecki. And breaking it up nicely is Benedictine. Henson coming out. May have gotten a piece of it. But it went off of Gempecki out of play. It'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. One of the best chances on the night for the Blue Jays. Henson boots that one away. O'Keefe is there for Elmhurst. The Blue Jays quickly regain possession. Lesala's pass off the head of a Benedictine player out of play right at the scorer's table. Will be an Elmhurst throw-in. Long drive ahead, trapped down by Stanzik. Getting there first for Benedictine is Graham. Her pass trapped momentarily by Crick. Taken away, still loose on the field, and the Eagles trying to counter, but Lesala gets there first for Elmhurst. Now Benedictine just pokes it down out of play onto the sideline. And a throw-in for the Blue Jays right next to their own bench. 37 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. 0-0 score right now. Lobbed ahead by Benedictine. Coming out to take that one out on the far side of the box is Marchetti. Pass sent down the far sideline, knocked out of play by the Eagles. Throw in for Lesala and the Blue Jays. Stanzik giving chase down the far sideline, whistle, and she's going to be called for the foul. .36:25 to go. Still scoreless. Whistle and another foul against the Blue Jays. Majority of the game has been played on the left side of the field, the left side of your screen if you're watching at home. As 9 minutes gone by just about. Still 0-0. Eagles with the free kick. Play on, says the official. Some contact there that time. Graham will get there first for the Eagles. Slowed down a little bit by Howe. It'll be a Benedictine throw-in. One hops into the box. Howe takes it out of the air. Volleyed ahead by Gempecki. There for the Blue Jays is O'Keefe. O'Keefe turns, takes a look, and fires downfield towards some space. Stands it giving chase for Elmhurst. And a nice job by the Eagles just to shield her off. And a throw in for Benedictine. Elmhurst quickly takes possession back. Here's Crick. Down the middle. It gets through a couple defenders, but Lesala couldn't control. It's swept clean by the Eagles and Anderson. Howe tries the centering pass. Breaking it up is Malo for Benedictine. Ramirez lost it to Elmhurst. The Blue Jays will play it back. Here's Annalisa Lapo. Far sideline, top of your screen. Volleyed ahead to Stanzik. Stanzik puts on the brakes, recovers, and we'll play it back. The drive goes off of Benedictine back, headed forward by the Eagles. The Blue Jays will get their... Oh, and a whistle and a foul on Benedictine this time. Clock rolling at 34 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the opening half. Still scoreless. Elmhurst has controlled the pace of this game so far. Line drive right at the net, headed on in. The Blue Jays strike first as the header off the free kick. I think that was Brittany Reinhardt. Reinhardt took the free kick. It was actually Emma Crick, the player who headed it in for Elmhurst. Benedictine with the long drive, shot well wide. The Eagles' first shot of the contest comes from Ramirez. Marchetti with a goal kick, plays it ahead. Eagles keep it in on this side of the field. Here's Emily Cook. She lost the ball. And pushing ahead comes Elmhurst. Lesla stood up by the Eagles. Sydney White playing to the near sideline. This is Abby Graham. Graham with the cross. Booted towards the sideline. Kept in by Howe. And lofted back towards the middle of the field. Stanzik there for Elmhurst. She's got O'Keefe breaking. And said plays to the other side. Giving chase is Kopecky. Kopecky gets there first. Steps around her defender. Kopecky takes a look. With some time. Turning. Finds a trailer shot. And it goes off the crossbar. Got a piece of it. Crick looking for goal number 2. And this was going to be a corner kick. Nicely done by Henson. Just enough to punch that one up. Side official immediately put the flag down, indicating the corner kick, so Henson definitely with a piece of that one. And another corner kick for the Blue Jays. Stanzik will take it for Elmhurst. Ticketed for the far post. That one cleared out. Punched out, and now the long drive. One hop, and coming out to take it is Henson. Pushing forward are the Blue Jays again, and we'll have another corner kick opportunity. So it's 1-0 Elmhurst. The Blue Jays strike first. Crick from Reinhardt. And now Stanzik will tee it up one more time, this time from the near corner. Stanzik ticketed for the far post shot, and into the net it goes. Second set piece goal for the Blue Jays. I believe that was Crick again. So just like that, 2-0 for the Blue Jays. And it was Emma Crick credited with the goal for her second of the game. Just like that, back-to-back goals from Crick. And the Blue Jays have a 2-0 lead. So we are closing in on the 30-minute mark to go. 15 minutes in the book, and it's 2-0 Elmhurst. Eagles with just one shot. Elmhurst out shooting Benedictine 5-1. Pressure coming from the far side. This one will roll over the line for a goal kick. Elmhurst has put all 5 of their shots on goal. And Cassidy Henson having to do some work in net for the Eagles. Ball headed down by Elmhurst. This is Sydney O'Keefe starting the run up the far side. O'Keefe centering pass on the ground, looking for Kopecky. It's broken up by Benedictine, volleyed back towards the middle. Lesla gets there first for Elmhurst. Steps around one defender. Her pass doesn't get through. There to take a shot, and pushing it just wide is Reinhardt. .28 minutes, 45 seconds as the clock winds down here in the first half. It's 2-0 Blue Jays. Emma Crick has struck twice so far today for Elmhurst. Goals coming just under 3 minutes apart. Both off set pieces. The first off a free kick. The second off a corner kick. Elmhurst pushing up the near sideline. Here's Sydney O'Keefe. Will play back towards the middle with some space. Touches over to Crick. She'll slide to the far side. Reinhardt winds up with the drive, and it's swept out by Benedictine. Lapo there for Elmhurst to control. Looking for O'Keefe, and she can't quite control it. That was offsides, I believe, either way, as the flag did pop up on the far side. As a substitution for Benedictine now. Ramirez out. Thank you. Mickey Winkler getting her first action, 5'4" senior from Richmond Burton High School. As Sabi Ramirez heads out. She was the Eagles' leading scorer coming in tonight with 2 goals on the season. But so far, Elmhurst dominating the action on this side of the field. Graham turns, takes a look. Lesla closing. That one goes off the back of Reinhardt. Pulled down by Lesla, now controlled by Crick. We'll play back to her defense and Kennedy Ehrman. Kopecky. Working on Daniel Malat. Benedictine takes it away. Steered clear out of play into the Eagles bench, so a throw in for Benedictine. Lofted far side. Pushing up are the Eagles. Here comes Benedictine with an opportunity. Kennedy Ehrman going to get there first for Elmhurst and just slow it down, let it trickle over the line. And a goal kick coming up for the Blue Jays and Bryce Marchetti. Only one shot so far for Benedictine. It was well clear of the net. Marchetti, no saves just yet. Played on the ground to Ehrman. Kennedy Ehrman. Out of play by the Eagles, throw in for Elmhurst. Trying to get it to O'Keefe. Won by Benedictine and poked out of play. Lifted into the air. It will roll all the way over the line, and a goal kick coming up for Marchetti and Elmhurst. 20 minutes have gone by in this contest so far. It is 2-0 Elmhurst. Here's Brittany Reinhardt. Howe for Stanzik. Back to Madison Howe. The sophomore transfer plays it ahead. Eagles there first, though. Controlled momentarily by Malott. She lost it. And there to push it forward is Sarles. Sarles sends it out of play, though, and a throw-in for Elmhurst on the near side. Howe lobs in for Stanzik. Nice job to keep that in play. Lofted ahead for O'Keefe. O'Keefe in onside. And she had to put on the brakes. Getting back to nice job by the Eagles to get back defensively. O'Keefe not giving up, working on the line still, and a goal kick coming up for the Eagles. They're going to get O'Keefe with a foul, so a nice job by Benedictine to get back defensively. That was Heaney, I believe, for the Eagles, getting back on defense. Excuse me, that was Emily Cook. Font on the Eagles jersey, especially those single numbers, makes them a little bit difficult to read from up here in the press box. And another foul on Elmhurst. Headed forward by the Blue Jays. Lesla there, but steered back across midfield by Benedictine, and that one's about as blatant as you're going to see right there. Two hands in the back as they get Malott with the foul. Easy call for Lucas Spala, our center referee tonight. Stanzik turns, tries to send it upfield, wins it back. We are midway through the opening half. Here's Stanzik. To O'Keefe. Can she keep it in? Yes, she can. Sydney O'Keefe plays for Reinhardt. Nice battle by Benedictine and poked out of bounds by Graham. 22 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock in the half number one. It is 2-0 Elmhurst. O'Keefe for Madison Howe. Here's Crick in the middle. Slides it forward. Lesla has some room. Lesla shooting, and a big save by Henson. And here's a long line drive that will sail well over high. Best save of the game so far from Cassidy Henson, as Lesla had plenty of time to take a look with the plenty of net, and Henson laying out to the top of your screen to punch that one out of play. And a goal kick coming up as we roll down to 21 minutes, 20 seconds. Heaney on the far sideline for the Eagles. Trying to push it forward. Elmhurst there to steer it away one more time. Here's Graham. Works on Howe. Howe strips it away. Touched up to O'Keefe. Here's Crick with some room to look. Looking for Stanzik. It'll go off her foot out of play. Goal kick coming up, and substitutions for the Eagles.
18 for 26, 7 for 13.
So 15, that's Elise Schaus in for, and Farrar goes out. And Holly Ward in. Taylor Picorni out. 2-0 Elmhurst. 20 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock in the opening half. Both goals coming from Emma Crick off set pieces. That one headed on into the box. Giving chase is O'Keefe, and coming out alertly to scoop that one up was Henson. Henson will boom that one all the way across midfield. Eagles control it. Malott. Pass broken up by the Blue Jays. Madison Howe. Playing it to space for Stanzik. Stanzik chips it along the line, and coming out to take it right on the line is Henson. Under 20 minutes to go now, half number one. Still 2-0 Jays. Little line drive kick from Henson will bounce across midfield and come all the way back to the 30-yard line, where it's pulled down by the Blue Jays and Lapo. Blasted ahead. 4 subs set to come in for Elmhurst. Whistle and a foul against the Eagles. So Lapo, who will boom it forward for the Blue Jays. Looking for O'Keefe. The header won by Benedictine. Here's Anderson. She has it taken away by Crick. Stanzik now for Elmhurst. Turning, shooting, and coming out and handling that on the one hop is Henson. 5th save of the game for Henson. Kopecky, little spin move, finds Reinhardt. Run to the top from Libby Hercules is swept out by Benedictine. Steered towards the sideline. Substitutions for both teams, and here they come as it rolls out. Throw in for the Blue Jays. And another one coming, this one right next to the Benedictine bench. .24, Katie Farb, the sub for Benedictine, who checked in. Here's an opportunity for Elmhurst now. Gragnani racing in. Cannot get it before it rolls over the end line. A goal kick coming up. So substitutions for Blue Jays. Mari Gragnani was one of them who checked in. One more. A throw in coming for Benedictine. Cross midfield. Here's Hoffman giving chase. And it will roll out of play. Another goal kick coming. So here's all the subs. We did track those down. For Elmhurst, Bree Girardi checked in. Heather Hoffman came in. We mentioned Mari Gragnani and McKinley Grieve all in for Elmhurst. And for Benedictine, it was Katie Farb in and Abby Graham off. 2-0 Elmhurst. 2/3 of this half is in the book. We've got 15 minutes left to go in the first half. Here's O'Keefe. To the top, it comes to Hoffman. And the Eagles there first. Say about 95% of this contest so far has been played across this side of midfield. Elmhurst has controlled the pace from start to finish so far. Outshooting the Eagles 9-1 in the contest. 7 of those 9 shots have been on goal. Cassidy Henson has had a couple terrific saves to keep this just a 2-goal lead so far. Laid out on a Jamie Lessela shot, punched a Brittany Reinhardt shot up high over the crossbar. Girardi can't catch up to it. It'll roll over the line, and a goal kick coming up for Benedictine. And we'll stop the clock as we've got an injured player shaken up near the Benedictine bench. I think that was Winkler who came off. Clock restarts, rolling down to 13:45. Farb has it for the Eagles. Turns and looks towards the middle for some help. Lessel is there first for Elmhurst. Has some space. Plays ahead to Gragnani. Just quite can't catch up to it. The Eagles will slow her down and let it go over the line. Another goal kick coming for Henson. Couple more substitutions coming to the table. It was Katie Fredrickson who came in. Mowat was the player shaken up for the Eagles. Ehrman looking for Howe, sends it too far out of play. Throw in for Benedictine. Clock winding down to 12:45. 2-0 Elmhurst. Still in the first half. Blue Jays have been in control of this one so far. Kennedy Ehrman. Far sideline for Grieve. McKinley Grieve, 5'7" junior from Sacramento, California. This one out of play and a throw in for the Eagles. Lobbed ahead right to the feet of Kennedy Ehrman and the Blue Jays. Touches up to Reinhardt. Here's Madison Howe. Finds O'Keefe. Plays to the middle for Gragnani. Touched back to Girardi. Hoffman trying to get there for the Blue Jays. Cannot. The ball a little too far. Throw in for the Eagles under 12 minutes to go. Deflected and a throw-in coming for Elmhurst, and now here come the Blue Jay subs. It's like Lessela and O'Keefe are out. Whistle and a foul goes against the Blue Jays. Megan Mrazek and Haley Parr are the two subs for the Blue Jays who entered the match. As we've got 11 minutes to go in half number one. Headed forward by the Blue Jays. Grieve punches it ahead. Hoffman gives chase for Elmhurst, but the Eagles come away with it. Into the middle of the field it comes for Anderson. Turning, plays it all the way to the near sideline. Right in front is Farb. Farb back to White. White has it taken away by Grignani. Parr will play it back to the defense, and Lapo touched on to Mrazek. Megan Mrazek with some time. Has Heather Hoffman now. Quick touch from Girardi. Hoffman steps into that one and pushed it wide. 10th shot of the half by the Blue Jays as Hoffman sent it wide as we roll under 10 minutes to go in half number 1. Should mention the Elmhurst men's soccer team was in action earlier today, knocking off Dominican University 3-1 and a good win for the Blue Jays. Zach Clements a couple of goals in that contest. They're off until next Wednesday when they host Loris at Langhorst Field. That'll be our next Blue Jay TV soccer broadcast. Mari Gragnani. Pass cuts through the middle of the box and poked out a play by Benedictine and a throw-in for Elmhurst. Blue Jays opened with 4 straight home contests. They're on the road now for the next 2 weeks. Not a home game until the end of the month at September 30th. That will be part of a homecoming triple header. Haley Parr back to Madison Howe. Ehrman controls, turns, blasts toward the middle, off a knee of a Benedictine player. Coming out and looking for it is Hoffman. It's still loose on the field, and finally diving back is Henson as Gragnani sprinting over, trying to turn and fire, and that one just kind of popped off her leg back towards the middle, and Hoffman able to recover. Blue Jays next contest next week, Tuesday. They travel to Lake Forest before heading to McMurray, Illinois. And then opening conference play on the 27th of September. That's at Augustana College. Next home game will be September 30th against Milliken. That's under the lights here at Langhorst Field at 8 o'clock. We've mentioned that's part of the homecoming triple header here. Benedictine finally gets a couple more home games in a row after this one today. They'll host Carroll on over the weekend on the 16th. And then they open play in the NAC conference again September 20th against Concordia Chicago. Whistle and a foul against the Eagles. Clock is moved down to 7:35. Blue Jays will touch it quickly. Hoffman taken away by the Eagles and Henry. By Heaney, rather. Trying to push up the far side. Grieve slows it down, blocks it out of play. And the ball looks like it rolled under the stands on the far side. So we'll come in from the far sideline. Thrown in, won by the Blue Jays. Mrazek is there for Elmhurst. Now here's Reinhardt. Touch near side, Howe, back to Reinhardt. Cross field, it'll come to Lapo. Deflected by the Eagles. Lapo will retouch, and we'll play this one all the way back to the box to Marchetti. The junior keeper slings it down the far side. Howe got there first, played it off of Farb, an Elmhurst throw-in. Hoffman heads forward, whistle and a foul against the Eagles. Or check that, it looks like he's going to get a handball against Benedictine. Ball must have come up and got her. So now a free kick from Elmhurst. About 33 yards out from the goal. Referee will back up the 4-player wall. Reinhardt is there for Elmhurst on the near side. Reinhardt will take it. Fire in the one hop and hence into the arms of Henson. Five minutes, 30 seconds left to go in half number one. Henson bangs it downfield across midfield momentarily where it's met by Reinhardt and taken back the other way. That one spinning is going to stay in for Hoffman. She keeps it in. Hoffman giving chase, and now Henson will come out and field that one. Great job by Heather Hoffman to keep that one in. Linesman right on top of that play said, yes, it would never went over that line. And an alert play also by the Eagles and Henson to come out and soak that one up. Lapo can't find it, lost control momentarily. They'll play it back to the feet of Grieve. Grieve will touch back to Marchetti, who will fire it downfield. It's probably one of the longer sustained possessions for the Eagles on this half of the field. Trying to cut through the middle. Not able to connect, and Marchetti coming out to field that one for Elmhurst. Elects to roll it out to Kennedy Ehrman. Hoffman spinning, working around Cook into triple coverage, and the Eagles take it. Cook does a nice job to keep that one in. Ehrman trying to fire that one down, and that one right into Katie Farb and went out of play, so a throw-in for the Blue Jays. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left. Looked like it got a piece, came up and caught Parr in the hand, so a handball call against the Blue Jays. Free kick for the Eagles. Down to 3.5 minutes to go. Reinhardt is there first for Elmhurst. Haley Parr plays it ahead. Swept out by Benedictine, now headed back down by Elmhurst and headed back the other way by the Eagles. Whistle and a foul right at midfield. So free kick for the Eagles just across the midfield stripe. Blue Jays looking for win number 3 on the season. Lofted all the way down towards the edge of the box. Giving chase is Grieve for the Blue Jays. Slows it down. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles on the far side. All right, those red numbers on black jerseys with the font on that is next to impossible to read here. I'm guessing right there with you at home, folks, when it gets to that far side of the field. Swept down by Reinhardt. Elmhurst controls with 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Parr. Pass through, but the flag goes up for offsides. Two minutes to play in the first half. Elmhurst leads this one 2-0. Eagles trying to get something started before the half. There to stand that one up is Lapo. It rolls out of bounds off the junior transfer from Lewis. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Clock winding down to 1:35. Driven downfield near the Elmhurst bench, kept in play by Benedictine. Here's Mrazek. Plays that one right down the middle. This one will trickle all the way to the top, where Henson will take it for Benedictine with 1 minute and 10 seconds. Parr Trying to collect this one with 55 seconds to work. Parr. Centering pass is broken up and now just booted clear, so Elmhurst will have a corner kick coming up with 45 seconds to go. .40 seconds to go. Stanzik will take her time. They want to get off a good one here. Or check that. Reinhardt, rather, will take it for the Blue Jays. Under 30, Reinhardt. That one headed on and headed wide by Kennedy Ehrman. That might do it for the half as we're down to 18 seconds. Henson will have to boot this one away, and that'll be about it as we hit the 10-second mark. There's the boot by Henson. Bounces over ahead, and 1 second, that'll do it. The horn sounds, and we are at halftime. As the Elmhurst women's soccer team leading Benedictine by a score of 2-0. Pair of first-half goals from Emma Crick is all the offense the Blue Jays have needed so far, outshooting the Eagles 13-1. We'll step away for halftime, be back with the call of the second half. You're watching Elmhurst College Women's Soccer on BlueJayTV.com. Elmhurst College Women's Soccer on BlueJayTV.com. My name is Kevin Jude. Glad you could be with us for this contest. Elmhurst leads it 2-0. And we apologize, our graphics package not functional tonight. Apologize for the technical difficulties there. I'll keep you posted on that score and the time throughout the contest. 2-0 Jays on a pair of Emma Crick goals in the first half. Starters back for the Blue Jays. And for the Eagles as well with one change, and that's Mickey Winkler in for Sabby Ramirez. So throw in coming for the Eagles. Headed back by the Blue Jays. Controlling near the sideline is Sarles. Pushed back in. Stanzik will get a boot on it and shoots it well high. A little bit of a foggy night, some overcast, but definitely cool and comfortable here at Langhorse Field. One headed back for the Blue Jays again by Crick. Giving chase Hercules. Lapo steers it ahead for Elmhurst. Chipped forward into the box, but headed out by the Eagles. Anderson can't control, gets over her head. Crick is there for Elmhurst. And taken back again by Benedictine and Abby Graham. Graham trying to start a run up the near side. It deflects off of Lapo. Now headed into the air by Hercules. She can't find it. Sarles controls for Benedictine. Here's Sammy Sarles. Works her way up to the top and pushes that one out of play. And a throw in for Elmhurst on the far side. Elmhurst out shooting Benedictine in that opening half, 14-1 and 9-0 in shots on goals. The Blue Jays making Benedictine keeper Cassidy Henson work an awful lot. Tagged for 2 goals already. Henson does have 7 saves. A couple of those very good saves. A leaping save on a goal by Reinhardt that she punched over the top over the crossbar. And a diving save on Jamie Lessela's shot. Meanwhile, the Eagles just 1 shot. It was well wide. Have not put a shot on goal yet. Bryce Marchetti making her first career start. Hasn't had to do a whole lot of work right now. Trapped down by the Blue Jays. Nicely collected by O'Keefe. Working her way back towards the middle. Touched on top of the box. The flag is up. The Blue Jays are offside. 4 minutes gone by in half number 2. Still 2-0 Blue Jays. Looking for win number 3 on the season. Benedictine trying to snap a 5-game skid. They've got to dig themselves out of a 2-goal hole here in the second half if they're going to do that. And I'd say about 95% of the action in the first half was played on the Eagles side of the field. Elmhurst on offense. Here's Crick with some space. Touched up to Kristen Kelly. That one rolls out of play. And a throw in for Lesla. Back towards the middle for O'Keefe. Touched into the air by Benedictine and cleared back out. And Libby Hercules will take it for the Blue Jays. Maddie Roeder, actually a couple changes up front for the Blue Jays to start the second half. Roeder and Kelly are the 2 starting subs for Elmhurst. Here's Kelly trying to get her way free. She cannot. Sydney White steers it towards the sidelines for the Eagles. Back towards the middle is Kelly again. Whistle and a foul is going to go against Elmhurst. Kelly is in for Kopecky to start half number 2. Touch to the far side. Elmhurst couldn't keep it in. It'll be a throw in for Benedictine now. Turning, taking a look is Cook. Steered out of there by Howe. Pushing forward is Roeder. Reinhardt, the other starter for Elmhurst, who starting on the bench in half number 2. So it was Kelly and Roeder. For the Blue Jays, who started in place of Reinhardt and Crick in half 2. The other starters remain the same. The Eagles came back with their 10 of their starters. Hercules plays to O'Keefe, trying to find Kelly. Cook got a leg on it to break it up. To the near side, a throw in for Elmhurst. Clock winding, 37:25 to go. Not quite 10 minutes underway here in half number 2. O'Keefe working on White. Generates some space, centering pass towards the middle. Ball steered clear by the Eagles defense. Crick will play back to Lapo. Boots that one forward and headed back out by the Eagles and White. To the feet of White it goes, and she's not going to have a choice but to steer it out of play, and a corner kick coming up for Elmhurst. Kim Stanzik will have the honors. Elmhurst has already scored once off a Stanzik corner. In the air and shot that one out of play. Two 0 Elmhurst, 36 minutes, 12 seconds to go in this contest. As the Blue Jays have been in control from the start, outshooting the Eagles 15-1 now. Winkler, her pass taken away by Elmhurst. And Kelly. Libby Hercules near side, cuts back towards the middle. Leaves for Roeder, tries to touch it up to Stanzik. Intercepted by Benedictine, and a throw-in coming for the Blue Jays. As that was off of Winkler. Hercules lobs it forward. It's headed out of play by Benedictine, trying to find Roeder. Elmhurst will try it again. Libby Hercules sends it cross field. Swept clean by Benedictine. Whistle and a foul on the Blue Jays. Foot race towards the top, and coming out is Marchetti to bang it away. Elmhurst controls to the near side. Libby Hercules, 34 minutes, 10 seconds to go. In the middle to Crick. Turns, lofts that one over a Benedictine head. She's got Madison Howe cutting down the far side. Howe back towards the middle for Stanzik. Stanzik turns and fires and pushed it wide. Throw in for Elmhurst directly in front of their own bench. A whistle and a foul on the Eagles. Line drive towards the far side of the box, tipped off an Elmhurst leg and out of play, and a goal kick coming up. Lapo pulls it down, sticks it past the outstretched leg of Sarles. Roeder is there for Elmhurst, trying to feed O'Keefe to the far side. Too far out of play and a throw-in. Maddie Roeder. She's got Stanzik breaking towards the near side. Stanzik has Kelly in the middle. Stanzik puts it on the ground, centering pass, and Benedictine sweeps it out of play. Corner kick coming for the Blue Jays. This is corner number 6 of the contest for the Blue Jays. Benedictine with none so far. Stanzik will play short to Hercules. Hercules tried to touch it back towards the center. Instead, it's booted out of play. Hercules looking for O'Keefe. Can't connect. And a goal kick coming up for Benedictine. "30 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Nearly a third of this second half is in the book." Whistle and a foul on Kelly. Benedictine from their own 30-yard line. Over the head of the Eagles players, headed by Lapo. Controlled back by Benedictine, though. Last touch by Sarl. Substitutions for the Blue Jays. Kelly and Roeder out. Looks like the two starters are back. So Crick and Reinhardt back for Elmhurst. This one chipped into the box, sprinting out and soaking that one up is Marchetti. She will toss out to Libby Hercules near side. Hercules plays forward for Stanzik. Kim Stanzik, the Blue Jays' leading scorer last season. Lost control. Here's Megan Anderson for the Eagles. To White. They will play back to their defense. Here's Heaney. Sarles on the far side. Contested by the Blue Jays, but here comes Benedictine. Another long chip into the top of the box coming out, and Marchetti just boots this one out of harm's way towards the far sideline and headed out of bounds by Elmhurst, and now Benedictine subs. Holly Ward in, along with Elisa Schaus, as we hit 28 minutes to go. Not able to connect that one was Howe, and it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. Eagles have had a couple good runs in this half, but Marchetti's been able to come out to the top of the box and challenge, picking up a couple, booting one away. And the Eagles have not been able to get a shot off still. Anderson lost it. Here comes Elmhurst. 3-on-3 if they hurry. Long pass ahead for Stanzik. She's off to the races. Stanzik will sprint and win the foot race. Stanzik turns with a long pass, sends it across the box, just out of the reach of Henson, just out of the reach of the streaking Genevieve Kopecky on the far side. Good ball played down the middle by Elmhurst, and Stanzik just blew right past the Eagles' defense. "26 minutes, 50 seconds. Long drive coming, and that one's off the football goalpost. That one was high. It didn't hit the crossbar. Good call by the officials. It came right back down, and Henson didn't know where it was as the Blue Jays with a long drive from Wessela. An alert call by the officials saw that one hit the football goalpost, not the crossbar. Elmhurst wins it back, plays ahead to O'Keefe, in, and she's offside. The flag was up, and a nice sliding play by Henson. Clock winding down, 26 minutes to go in this contest. Ehrman steps in front of that clearing attempt by Benedictine. Hercules will give chase, but can't get there. It'll be a throw-in for Benedictine across midfield. Lob in for Anderson. Picorni was the one who threw it in for Anderson. Marchetti plays far side. Put on the ground looking for Crick. It's taken away by the Eagles. And White. Counterattack for Anderson. Back the other way come Benedictine. And Madison Howe stands him up on the far side. Nowhere for Malott to go. And back comes the Blue Jays one more time. Here's Crick. She's got both goals already. Can she find the hat trick tonight? Played back. Hercules chips ahead. Just over the leg of O'Keefe, but this is going to be another corner kick for Elmhurst as that one was headed down by Benedictine over the end line. This time it's Brittany Reinhardt who will take it for Elmhurst. Hercules stands about 10 yards away as the short option. Low liner back towards the middle, got a boot on it. And O'Keefe couldn't quite fully connect on that one, just grazed off of her shoe and smothered by Henson. Whistle and a foul on Elmhurst. Blue Jays still in control of this one. 18-1 on shots now. The Eagles have not put a shot on goal. Like we said, they've been better this half. A couple more chances towards the middle that Marchetti has alertly come up, scooped up, and booted out of the way. Elmhurst has threatened as well here in this half, but haven't been able to tack on to their 2-goal lead. Headed down by Elmhurst. Steered up, not out of harm's way, and that one is booted well wide. There's the second shot for the Eagles, but that was about 10 yards off the mark. Couple more Benedictine subs. Malott comes back along with Farrar. There's a long drive, steered well wide by Elmhurst. Kim Stanzik heads out after on the last whistle substitution as Girardi comes back. And another sub for Benedictine. Fredrickson in. Abby Graham out. It's 2-0 Elmhurst still. Both of those first half goals scored just 3 minutes apart. Not even 15 minutes into the contest. And the Blue Jays have made those two stand up, outshooting Benedictine 19-2. We are more than halfway through the second half. Here's Kopecky towards the middle. Lesala collects off the Benedictine foot. Gets her way clear, line shot right into the chest of Cassidy Henson. Henson booms that one across midfield. It's headed right back by the Blue Jays. Whistle and a foul on Benedictine. Free kick for Elmhurst, about 45 yards out. Make that 50 yards out. Lapo will take the free kick for the Jays. Aiming for the head of Kopecky. It's headed down by the Eagles and Winkler. Blasted back towards the middle by Elmhurst. Steered away by the Eagles, and this will be a goal kick coming for Benedictine. Another substitution for Elmhurst. Howe is heading out for the Blue Jays. McKinley Grieve, the player coming in for Howe. Ehrman turns, takes a look, tried to just clear that to space. Malott there for the Eagles. Whistle, and we're going to have a foul on the Blue Jays. So Benedictine going to get their best opportunity right here. This game far from over, 1940, and the Eagles getting a good look on a free kick from about 25 yards out. A little longer than that. Make it about 28 yards away. It's like Malott will have the honors. It's a two-player wall for the Blue Jays. Malott lines that one well wide. So the Eagles squander an opportunity right there. Probably one of their better scoring chances off a free kick just 28 yards away. And Malott punched it about 8-10 yards wide of the net. Now a whistle and a foul is going to go against the Eagles. Otherwise, that was off to the races for Benedictine. Reinhardt got taken down at the top, and a whistle and the foul. 18 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Still 2-0 Blue Jays. Blue Jays will play this one back to Marchetti. She will walk out and bang that one back towards the Eagles bench. Kept in play by O'Keefe. Lost it for a second, stood up her defender, and O'Keefe comes away with it. O'Keefe trying to get some speed up the far sideline, touches it ahead. Lessa is going to give chase. Did it stay in? No, it did not. Should be an Eagles throw-in. Right in front of the Elmhurst bench. We'll do it again. Substitution now for the Eagles. Jenna Allen checks in. Sammy Sarles out. Allen, a 5'6" freshman out of Greenfield, Indiana. Play to the near sideline. This is Libby Hercules. Hercules fakes one way, changes direction. And whistle and a foul. (16 minutes, 50 seconds). Hercules and Reinhardt, the two. White jerseys waiting for that one. Hercules will run over it. Reinhardt will take it. Boots that one towards the middle. It's cleared away by Benedictine. Trapped down by Malott. Not out. Elmhurst has it. O'Keefe trying to turn and get a look. Steered clear again by the Eagles. Headed straight into the air by Crick, and now back downfield by Benedictine. Here's Malott. Nice closing speed by Elmhurst. Who'd it go off of? It went off of the Eagles, and it's the Blue Jays throw-in. Nice job by Kopecky getting back on defense and breaking that up. (15 minutes, 50 seconds, all that's remaining in this contest. Nearly 2/3 of this half is in the books. Will be a throw-in far sideline for Benedictine. Some tangled up players. Play on, says the official. Here comes Elmhurst. It's 4-on-4 if they hurry. Lessel will slow it down a little bit. Plays it towards the trailer. This is Libby Hercules. Chipped ahead now and headed towards the sideline. Collected by Girardi there in front of the sideline. Played back to Reinhardt. Here's Grieve to O'Keefe with some time. O'Keefe shooting. That one's blocked. Comes loose to Lessela. Steps around one. Chips that one and puts it wide. (24 for 3). Thank you. Subs for both squads. Hoffman and Gragnani back for Elmhurst. Katie Farr back for the Eagles. Hoffman trying to pull that one down as we near just 14 minutes left to go on that clock. Eagles could not keep that win, and that's Farb on the far sideline. Throw in for Benedictine. Malott looking for some space. Nice slide tackle by Annalisa Lapo. Wins it for the Blue Jays. Hercules has it headed down by Farb and the Eagles. White will turn and fire back towards midfield. Broken up by the Blue Jays. Pressure down the far sideline. Ehrman will get there first and watch it roll out of bounds. A throw in for Elmhurst with 13 minutes to go. 2-0 Blue Jays. Watching Elmhurst College Women's Soccer on BlueJayTV.com. Pretty quick moving contest so far. Just 2 goals, only 2 stoppages so far I think we've had 1 or 2 minor stoppages for some injuries along the way, but those are nothing more than a few seconds. Otherwise, the clock has been moving nonstop. Has not stopped at all this half. And looked like Lapo was going the wrong way. Nice recovery. Keeps her feet. Benedictine player sprawls to the deck. It's chipped in, and we're going to have a stoppage here this time. Just as I was saying, there was no stoppage. That's Kaylee Summer, I believe, who went airborne. on that play. Looks like she's okay. So the clock restarts. Elmhurst will touch. Play to the near side, and Hercules, she'll come back to Lapo. Farb had it, lost it. O'Keefe turns, takes a look. Trying to feed Gragnani, streaking down the far near sideline. Couldn't quite connect. Nice job by the Blue Jays and Girardi to maintain possession. Lapo, one touch to Hercules, back towards the middle, off the head of Reinhardt. She collects and controls for Elmhurst, down to 11:40. Malott. Plays it ahead, too far, and a throw in coming for Elmhurst. Girardi to O'Keefe. Elmhurst with some pressure coming from the far side. Played back for Gragnani. Can't connect with her. Instead, it's Crick. Towards the middle. Now Girardi. Working on Farb. Plays back. Reinhardt winds up. Gragnani comes down with the rebound. Her shot attempt is blocked. O'Keefe comes away with it. Shooting and a diving save by Henson. (24-3) now, the shots advantage for the Blue Jays as we hit 10.5 minutes to go. Still 2-0 Elmhurst. Gragnani cuts her way back towards the middle. That one will trickle all the way into the box, and it's played on a couple bounces by Henson. Sadie Henson drives that one downfield. Towards midfield, it's met by the head of Brittany Reinhardt and Elmhurst. Reinhardt pushing to Gragnani. Gragnani trying to get a step to the inside, couldn't do it. Farb pokes it loose and out of play. More substitutions, far sideline. It's like Girardi heading out for Elmhurst. Towards the middle, Hoffman pushed wide is Kopecky. So Winkler back in for the Eagles. Whistle and a foul on the Blue Jays. Check that it wasn't Hoffman, it was Jamie Lessela re-entering the game for the Blue Jays with 8.5 minutes to go. Free kick for the Eagles. Comes back out towards the 25-yard line. Giving chase. Gragnani got a foot on it. Farb steered it back for the Eagles. Played down towards the far side was Winkler. Getting a step around Reinhardt, but then changes her mind, changes direction, and here comes Gragnani. Gragnani plays that one right down the middle. Henson will come out and wait for it at the top of the box. Eight minutes to go. And whistle and a foul again on Elmhurst. No card, stern talking to, one of those. We want to have a conversation, but we don't want to give you a card. Favre on the free kick. Headed into the air by the Eagles. Headed back out by the Blue Jays. Off of a couple heads. Now deflected off the leg of an Elmhurst player. Whistle and a foul. Is that at the top of the box or inside? I think we're going to be just outside the box. Limited contact, it looked like, on that one. And now the Eagles with their definite best position of the night. This is Ward, I believe, who's going to take the free kick from about 21 yards out. Two-player wall for Elmhurst. Ward drives it into the net. So we said the Eagles not done yet. 6.5 minutes to go. Several substitutions for the Eagles. Gragnani giving chase for Elmhurst. Five minutes, 52 seconds. A throw in for the Blue Jays in the corner. Confirm that goal was to Holly Ward. And another sub for Elmhurst. It's like Stanzik coming back for the Blue Jays. Gragnani out. Threw that one in. Gragnani wasn't off the field yet. Clock winding down to 5 minutes and 10 seconds. So the Eagles have cut it in half, 2-1. Elmhurst still leading. Headed into the box, coming out, and Henson takes that one. Under 5 to go. A throw-in coming for Benedictine right in front of their own bench. 4.5 minutes to go. Eagles trying to mount some offense here. They were down 2. They've cut it in half after the free kick goal from Ward. Another throw-in. No, excuse me, a foul on Elmhurst again. So free kick this about 33 yards out from the far corner. Headed in, pinballed around, lifted into the air, and Marchetti with a save. Megan Anderson took the deflection and lofted up for the top, and Marchetti didn't get a lot on it, had plenty of air under the shot. Marchetti able to go up and get it. Now here's a takeaway for the Eagles. Anderson with 3.5 to go. Anderson towards some space, and all of a sudden the momentum shifting a little bit as Benedictine putting on some pressure. Elmhurst and Hoffman will clear it downfield. O'Keefe giving chase. It's out of play. Throw in for the Blue Jays. Down to 3 minutes to go. Kopecky back out for Elmhurst was the last sub there for the Blue Jays. As I believe the starting lineup back out for Elmhurst now. Crick works her way, puts it on the ground, shooting right into the arms of Henson. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Benedictine had cut it in half, and now they're putting on some pressure. Lappo will head it down. Looks like some contact, and it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. 2 minutes, 14 seconds. Elmhurst has got to be careful not to foul. Give Benedictine that free kick again. Here's Farb in the middle. White gets around one leg. White with the header. Trapped down and now blasted downfield by Reinhardt. Stanzik will give chase, and it gets between the legs of her defender. Stanzik is able to get down there, put some pressure on, and make her waste some more time. As Farrar, and now Stanzik takes it away, but a whistle and a foul on Kim Stanzik, and she puts her hands up and said, "What did I do?" That was the linesman with that call. Elmhurst fans not very happy as we roll down to 1.5 minutes to go. O'Keefe had it, lost it. Ehrman doing a nice job keeping that one in. That's still in play. Farb towards the middle. How is there to intercept? She will just blast it downfield towards space. 1:10 left on the clock. Now some late pressure coming from Kopecky. Eagles recover. Reinhardt with the header across midfield. We are down to 1 minute to go. Contact, no foul on that one now. Reinhardt. See if she wants to try to play that ball into the corner and waste some time. Playing it ahead. And the Eagles have to play it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Elmhurst. 45 seconds, and the Jays can waste some time now. And that's exactly what they're going to do. See if they just loft for that corner, and that's exactly what they're doing. Right back out of bounds again. Down to 28 seconds. That's playing right in the hands of the Blue Jays. They can just keep throwing that ball in. Elmhurst plays it out of bounds off the throw, and Eagles have 18 to go. Stanzik with a leg on it. Was going to waste some more time. Clock winds under 10. Whistle and a foul on Elmhurst. Has not signaled to stop the clock, and that will do it here. As the clock winds, 2-1, the horn sounds, and the Blue Jays are victorious. The final score from Langhorse Field, Elmhurst 2, Benedictine 1. Blue Jays got a 2-goal lead from Emma Crick with a pair of goals, and Elmhurst had to hang on late as the Eagles mounted a late rally, cutting it in half off the free kick and putting some pressure on at the end. But the Blue Jays coming away with the win. They are now 3-1 on the season. The Eagles 0-6. Blue Jays take to the road for 3 straight games. They don't return home until September 30th against Millikan University, part of a triple header here at Langhorse Field. Benedictine returning home to face Carroll on September 16th. We thank you so much for watching. For our camera person and producer-director, Ashley Liljeberg, this is Kevin Jude saying, so long, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and watching